Welcome, everyone, to the Living Oneness Gathering. I am your host, Sue Dumais. It's an honor to be here with you once again and sharing this space and creating a field of resonance with love, with peace, with empathy, with compassion, and really becoming the vibrational tuning forks that the world really so needs right now. The question may be, how do you hold steady as a tuning fork when there's so much energy, shaking, rattling going on in and around us? So I'm recognizing that there's a big, significant shift in the global energies once again. This is going to be what's going to be happening for a while. And until we completely acclimatize and everything kind of settles, this is just the norm. This is what's going to be happening for us for the next year at least. So settle in, buckle up, buttercup, and do what you can to hold steady. So today I'm going to just share a little bit about some of the global energy, some of the things that I'm noticing when I tune into the field of consciousness and what I'm experiencing within my own experiences, but also what I'm feeling for the collective. I'll share a little bit about that. Then we'll guide you through a journey and take you into a healing experience so that you can have a felt experience and receive what you need to receive today in the way that you need to receive it. So just show up as you are, where you are, how you're feeling. All of it is welcome. At the same time, just opening up to receive what you're meant to receive. It may be a message from the words, it might be the energy that you're feeling brewing in the background and churning and moving, recognizing that anytime I place my attention somewhere, whether it's a live gathering or in a space in the world, there's change already happening, shifts already happening. So I'm always working with the energy in the background, even before I get on this call, even before we start this gathering. So just know you being part of this community, you being on this guest list, but also part of this community is is like receiving a beautiful heart scrub in your field all the time, like every day. So I do a lot of work behind the scenes, and anybody who's in my inner circle receives a little extra than others that are outside my inner circle. So part of the community, I have you in a inner ring of space where you can actually receive. And even every morning waking up, whether it's receiving from me or receiving from the universe or receiving from the world around you, Mother Earth, just being really open and receptive. What am I meant to receive today? I open my heart to receive what I'm meant to receive today. There's lots of different ways you can start your day. And lately I've been hearing the words, I wonder how many miracles I'll celebrate today. That's how I'm starting my day. I wonder how many miracles I will get to celebrate today. And the mindset of being able to meet each moment as a miracle unfolding for me is being able to have great reverence for life, for our breath, for our energy, for our experience, for this beautiful classroom, this Mother Earth. So we are all here contributing to this experience, and how you are being, how you are feeling contributes to the experience, whether you realize it or not. So if you are feeling a little bit in a foul mood, that's okay. You can accept that foul mood. You can accept the anger. You can accept the grief. You can accept whatever's happening. If you resist it, then you contract around it. You contract the contraction, and that makes it harder, heavier, more uncomfortable. And it actually then sends out a message into the collective of a discordant energy, a contraction around anger. Anger itself can be an expression of energy in a healthy way, but when we contract around it or judge it, then it becomes more unbalanced, and that is actually what can cause more discomfort and resistance and pain and suffering within and around us. At the same time, this energy going out, how you are being is affecting everything on the outside, but how what's happening in the collective is affecting us as well. So there's a couple different things you can do as these energies are really churning and contracting and expanding. They're rising and contracting and expanding. And then there's a real shaking, there's a shakiness to it. And that can really create this feeling of feeling unsettled or like you don't have your footing quite on the ground. You don't need to feel fully deeply grounded in the earth. You just need to be able to touch down and feel the earth beneath your feet. Don't expect to feel like you've got those earth boots, like, when you're on the moon and they wear those big gravity boots. Don't expect to feel like you've got some gravity boots and that like and then you're like, okay, I'm grounded. I've got this. Just it's okay to be able to just feel the earth beneath you, but still feel a little bit levitated. So there's a gravitational feeling, but a levitation at the same time. And then the energy is doing this like sideways shaking. So it's almost a bit like an earthquake under the feet, but it's also a bit of an earthquake in the cells of the body. And what this is doing is shaking us up. So if you've ever seen a cymoscope, it shows a sacred geometry shape based on the sound or frequency that you're playing. It forms a beautiful sacred geometry formation. And when you play a certain frequency, that sound becomes visible, whether it's on a sand, on a plate, it becomes visible. When you shift from one frequency to another frequency, that sand on the plate rattles and shakes and gets all messy. And that's a form of chaos. But that's chaos that's leading to coherence. As we shift from one frequency to another, there's a shaking, there's a rattling, there's a jarring and creating a little bit of chaos. That's normal. If you can lean into that, if you can accept that that's just what it is on an energetic level, that is energy. That's what happens. When it changes frequency, it then forms a new shape, a new geometric shape, and it looks organized again. It becomes coherent in the new frequency. But to get from one frequency to the next, it's got to go through that chaos and that shake. So we're going through a little bit of a shaking right now. The other thing I'm noticing is there's a lot of emotions in the field. And because we are accessing, whether people realize it or not, we are accessing the fourth and fifth dimension. The fourth dimension really connects us to a collective consciousness. So we are feeling and sensing a lot of the emotions of collective consciousness. Now, which field you're plugged into will determine how much you are feeling of which type of emotions. So if you are plugged into the morphic field right now, which is more connected to the old earth energies, discordant energy, controlling energy, manipulative energy, violence, separation, division, fear, all of that kind of energy, war energy, that is all old earth energy frequencies. It's old earth emotions. And if you're plugged into that morphic field, then you're going to feel all that like big time. And it's not going to be fun. If you're plugged into the new earth frequencies and then the morphic field of the new earth, then you'll start to feel more peace, more calm, more clarity, or you might even just feel acceptance or neutrality. You may go through a wave of anger or a wave of grief, but you'll be able to navigate it differently if you're plugged into that morphic field. So the collective consciousness of those individuals, like everyone on this call, who are aligned with love, peace, compassion, unity, you're going to feel that more and tune into that more. At the same time, these individuals, like myself, like everyone, whether we're in the new earth energies or not, we are still human. We're not leaving humanness behind. We are becoming a divine human. And when we become a divine human, we will still have emotions. human emotions, and we will be so deeply embodying our divinity that we'll be able to move through those emotions with grace, with a little bit more ease. But it's still, you're still going to have those human experiences that bring up emotions. When you are consciously connected to the new earth morphic field, and like I've talked about, the earths are separating. So the old way, the old frequencies are falling away. They're getting further away from us. We're not going to be able to stay tuned into them for very much longer. However, if you're still looking over there, you're still trying to listen to that radio station or trying to look at that TV station, then it's going to feel off for you. And the rattling and shaking is going to become not just organized chaos, it's going to become more discordant, unbalanced, really uncomfortable really fast. So you need to make a conscious choice in every moment. What am I looking upon? Where am I putting my attention, my awareness? Where am I allowing my energy to flow toward? Because where you're putting your attention is where your energy is moving toward. And what would be most supportive for me and for humanity? For me to remain at peace right now, to find a way to be in neutral, to engage in this upheaval. Some people are going to be guided to stand up and be a voice for something, a voice for injustice. Some of you will feel that. Some of you are meant to do that. But it's going to be guided from a clear place in your heart. And when you follow that guidance and you take that action, you are love in action, meeting the fear in the world. And love expands when love meets fear, love expands. But if you are choosing to fight something because it's injustice and you're angry and you're afraid and you're bringing that energy to the table, then you're meeting fear with fear and fear expands. You're aligning with that morphic field of unbalanced energies. You're feeding the fear. You're feeding the unbalanced energies. You're aligning with those energies that are not the truth of who you are. And it's going to feel off, but some people will keep going because they're on a mission. I don't want your mission or your soul's mission or your divine assignments to be animated by fear. I want you to know that they can be animated by love. They can be animated and fueled by compassion and empathy. And it may look like you're raising your voice. It may look on the outside like you have, like you're really hammering down a point, but you're standing so solidly in love and certainty of compassion and empathy. That's the difference. It's not what you say, it's the energy behind what you're saying. So when you come to this gathering, and you have that experience, what I'm saying matches the energy behind what I'm saying. It's love, it's compassion, it's empathy, it's peace. I speak it, I embody it, I breathe it. I it's my every moment of every day. And if I have a moment that's off, I acknowledge it, I accept it, and I shift myself back into alignment. That has been my work. And that's my invitation for all of you, because your choice to be in alignment right now is the most important choice you could make above all else. The energies, the global energies will support you when you're in alignment. You will feel like you can ride the wave. You feel like you ground beneath you shaking, but you feel like, okay, God's doing the shaking. Like I just need to hold steady here. I just need to stand on my wobble board and renegotiate my balance in every moment. You're going to feel a sense of purpose when the ground beneath you is shaking if you're in alignment. And by alignment, I mean that your mind and your head is in alignment with your heart, and your heart is doing the leading. You're in heart coherence, but in heart consciousness. The heart is leading, the heart is guiding you, the heart is making all the decisions. You have thoughts that might come in, but they're coming from the heart. You're not thinking in the head. You have thoughts that come in, but they're coming from the heart. So you know what to do. You're guided, you're directed. And this is in every decision, every moment with every decision. So I'll share a personal story. And I will give you a heads up. It's fresh and I'm raw. I'm raw in the emotion of it. So I will see how I get through this. I wasn't sure if this was going to come in, but I feel like I'm going to share. So in the last couple weeks, our one of our dogs, we have a big rescue dog. He's like 90 pounds. And we got him in Turks and Caicos. He was a rescue dog from the Caribbean in and around the Hurricane Irma. And we brought him home to Canada and been taking care of him. He's 9 years old. He was 9 years old. And he is a very special needs dog. Special needs in many ways, but he didn't like other people. He didn't trust anyone. He didn't like other animals other than my chihuahuas. They were the boss, and he was okay with that. Big 90-pound dog being bossed around by two chihuahuas. He was okay with that. He's like, I'm in a family, I'm in a pack, I'm good. And we were his pack. We were his pack, we were his family. I could do anything to him, anything. And he trusted us. He trusted us. And we created this beautiful home for him. And I was sitting there last night because his health was declining really rapidly. And over the weekend, I could see that his breath was very labored and he wasn't eating anything anymore. He didn't want to go out. He barely wagged his tail. And I could just tell that his spirit was letting go. His physical body was letting go, but his spirit, more importantly, his spirit was letting go. So in my humanness, of course, I used to be a vet tech and I used to work at veterinary clinics. So there's a part of me that was like, okay, I want to do as much as I can to save him or prolong his life and then there's another part of me, it's like, no, keep him comfortable. And then there's another part of me that would tune in on a spirit level. And I got a message from him that he was ready to leave. So when we get these messages of having to let go, it's not always easy. In our humanness, it's not always easy, but on my soul level, I knew he needed to let go. I knew he was ready to move on. And I was sitting there last night, I was talking to my husband, and I'm like, you know how many things we've done for this dog? We don't have people over to our house. We haven't had anybody company over for a long time, people over for dinners because he's just so anxious and he was just so afraid all the time. And he was aggressive. He was fear aggressive to other people. So we even bought a travel trailer to take him to a wedding so that he could stay in the trailer where he was comfortable. It's just, we've done so much for him, and I'm so grateful for the experience. But the moment last night when I tuned into him and I really looked in his eyes and I asked him if he needed to leave, and he's like, yes. He's like, I'm ready to go. I could feel it in my heart and soul. But in my humanness, I've had an experience. I've had moments of grief. I've had moments of joy, knowing he's no longer in pain and no longer suffering. But we go through these emotions, and I'm letting myself go through the waves of emotions. I'm not holding anything in. I'm not holding anything back. I'm not choking it down. We are taught in society to hold things in, to hold things back, to not to be afraid of anger, to be afraid of all the kinds of emotions. We are a human being having a very emotional experience. We are emotionally, energetically, and magnetically charged beings. The emotions are part of it, part of our biology. And when we can honor the experience that's in front of us and let ourselves feel the feelings that are coming about the experience that's in front of us, then we actually keep the energy moving and we give ourselves opportunity to learn from it or to find joy in the grief or to find peace in the grief. Peace is one of those things that I learned that is the one emotion for me and one state of being that can be consistent no matter what's going on. I can find peace when I'm in grief. I can find peace when I'm in joy. I can find peace when I'm depressed. I can find peace when I feel blah. I can be at peace with what's happening. That's an invitation is where is the peace? Where's the peace in me right now? Where's the peace in this situation? How can I make peace with what I'm seeing, feeling, sensing, knowing, experiencing? Peace can be consistent. So that's my invitation today is make peace with the rattling and shaking. Make peace with the things we need to let go of. Even make peace with the grief because every letting go, there's a bit of grief, a bit of loss, and it's okay. Make peace with a moment of anger or a burst of frustration. Don't judge it. Just make peace with it. It's okay. That one wave of anger going out is not going to hurt the rest of the world. It's just an energy that needs to be expressed. And once it's expressed, once it moves through you, it actually is transmuted. It's not like you're throwing anger out into the world. If you process the anger, if you allow yourself and give yourself permission to feel the anger fully, it releases from your field and it's changed. The moment you process it, it changes and it balances. If you judge it, if you hold on to it, or if you project it out there, like you're throwing darts at people because you're so angry and you can't process it and you throw darts, then yeah, it becomes harmful. But a healthy expression of anger causes no harm in anyone. So you can make peace with anger. You can make peace with everything. There's a lot of people expressing anger in really unhealthy ways right now. But there is a way to let the energy move through you, feel it fully, and release it without doing any harm to yourself or for others. So peace is my invitation for you today and always. If you accept that invitation, if you accept that challenge, asking your heart, how can I make peace with this situation? How can I make peace with how I feel, how my body's feeling, any of that? What would peace look like? What would peace feel like? These are different questions you can reflect on and go into that contemplative, meditative way of being so that you can receive the messages that are coming through you, through your heart, from your soul, from your divinity. It's always communicating with you, always. It's in our humanness we have the blocks and filters, so we're lifting those, we're removing those, we're opening our hearts more and more, emptying our minds more and more, all the useless programming and stuff that doesn't serve us. So this is another space for you to come and receive. And if you rest your eyes closed now, if you haven't already, just open your heart and just set the intention. I'm open to receive. I'm open to receive what I'm meant to receive in this moment, no matter what it looks like or feels like. I'm open to receive what I need on the deepest level. I'm open to receive in my heart, my body, my mind. As you open up to receive the gift that's being extended right now to you, it's coming direct from Source to you, for you. And you might even declare, let me receive it in the way that I'm most receptive in this moment. So it may come in as an energy, a feeling, a sensation. It may come in as a boulder kind of moving through you or shaking or rattling. It may feel a little uncomfortable. It may feel like an energy of bubbling and anxiety. Just trust that whatever you're feeling right now must be purposeful. So make peace with it. I accept what I'm receiving. I accept what I'm feeling. I accept it all. In this moment, I accept everything that I'm meant to receive. And I allow myself to feel what I need to feel in order to receive it at the deepest possible level. I release the need to know or understand and trust that if I'm meant to understand something about it, it'll be brought to my heart to be understood. I release the seeking, the need to know, the yearning, the feeling like something's missing. I release all of that with love. I offer it over and I ask for healing at the deepest possible level. I invite the feeling of peace in my heart, acceptance of all that is and all that is meant to be. I make peace with my body as it is. I invite healing to occur, but I accept my body as it is in this moment. I accept all emotions that are present in this moment. I invite any emotions that are not mine to clear outside my field in the outer layer. Take a deep breath. Exhale through the mouth, letting go even more, surrendering even deeper into peace, acceptance. Acceptance of what is. Making peace with what is doesn't mean you're not open to it changing or shifting. It means that you're not attached to it shifting or changing in any specific time frame. You can be open to without attachment. You can be willing without trying. And there may be some inspired action that you will take, but that won't come from fear. That will come from an energy that's moving you from deep within your heart, deep within your soul. A soul knowing of what you're meant to do, when you're meant to do it, how you're meant to do it. Let go at the level of the mind. Let go of the efforting, let go of the trying, let go of the seeking, let go of the desperation, let go of the judgment, let go of the resistance, let go, soften. Sometimes there's a real fine line to when to hold on and when to let go. Something we are meant to hold, we can hold it in our heart. We can hold it gently, tenderly, with open palms. Hold it in our hands. So we don't have a desperate grip. We're not holding from a place of fear or a fear of losing something. We are open to hold it And at the same time, we are open to let it go. Take another deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth with a good big sigh. If I'm meant to let it go, let me let it go. If I'm meant to let it go on a divine level, let me in my humanness let it go. If there's something I'm meant to hold on to, let me hold on to it with open arms, with open hands. Let me meet it with love. Let me embrace it with love. No resistance. I choose to live in peace without resistance. I choose to embody love and let love animate my humanness. When I encounter fear, I meet it with love, even if that fear is within myself. Meet the fear within you with love. Meet the resistance within you with patience, with love, with peace. Meet the parts of you that are hiding, that are afraid. Meet those parts with open arms, with a loving heart, with divine compassion, with acceptance. It's okay to feel whatever feeling you're feeling. Even if you're feeling resistance, make peace with resistance. Make peace with everything. Above all else, I want to feel peace. Breathe, allow, surrender. Sink in even deeper. Imagine yourself immersed into a field or a pool of peace. And not just surface level peace, but a profound level of divine peace, so deep, deep within your cells, deep within your soul. Let it fill your heart. Let it pour out from the source point in your heart. Let it pour out and fill your heart. That divine energy of peace coming through your heart and filling your whole heart space. Being carried with the breath, being carried through the fascia in the body, being carried through the neurovascular system, calming, soothing, softening all aspects of your humanness, all parts of your body. Letting go of any contractions around the contraction, any contraction around tension, any judgments around sensations. Softening everything, letting go fully in this moment. Letting your divinity pour forth from your heart through your entire body and your entire energy field. So within and all around you, this beautiful energy of peace washing over you, filling you up from the inside out, heart scrubbing, purifying, soothing, supportive energy. Any aspects of your body, any emotions, any thoughts, anything you're encountering, any resistance, just meet it with love, meet it with peace. I see you, I feel you, I accept you, I embrace you. It's okay. And in that loving embrace and that beautiful acceptance and profound peace, that energy or that space may or may not transmute. It may shift. It may not. Accept it either way. Love it either way. Because anything within your body or around you that is discordant energy, it's discordant for a reason. There's a purpose. It could be trapped emotions. It could be held and holding an old trauma or wound. It could be just holding out of habit. The body might be holding a pattern because it's stuck and the fascia needs to be released or needs some support. Emotionally or mentally, you might be holding something, afraid to let it go. Again, without seeking or trying, just meet any aspects of where you feel resistance or where you feel any energy that feels tight or tense or condensed or dense. Meet it with love. Accept it. Make peace with it. Imagine loving yourself without limits. Imagine loving all of you, all aspects of you, without condition. You are not broken. You are not fundamentally flawed. You are an extension of Source. You are exactly as you're meant to be. And the more you remember the truth of who you are, the more you feel and know the truth of who you are, the essence of your presence becomes stronger. You become the frequency that shifts all chaos within you into coherence. You become the light that shines light on all the shadows within you. You become the balance that brings everything into harmony. You are a powerful tuning fork. And you can influence the body with the energy and the essence of love, with peace, with compassion, by extending the invitation for all parts of you to be met with acceptance and love, to meet those pockets of pain with such profound love and peace. Feel that energy of peace that's pouring through your source point in the heart center. Let it fill your entire body, within the cells and all the spaces in between. Let it fill the space around you in your energy field. Let it fill your mind. And then opening up to receive the blessing. May you remember to choose peace in every moment. And in the moments you forget, may you make peace with forgetting. May you celebrate the remembrance and the choice to make peace. May you feel the essence and presence of your source within you and all around you. May you be a tuning fork for love, holding the frequency of healing and remembrance for yourselves, for your body, for your heart, for your soul, for your mind, for your entire beingness. May you embody peace, and may you be a beacon for peace, a symbol of peace. And may you emanate peace within and outward in all directions. You are a gift. Open your mind, open your heart, open your body to receive the gift that you are. Let that gift pour out into your life. You are a miracle. May you remember that. May you embody that truth. May you hold steady. May you discern when you're meant to let go and when you're meant to hold on. May you feel profound peace within in every moment, in every way, under every circumstance. And so it is. Place your hand on your sternum and just a little thump thump. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Breathing, embodying, feeling, sensing, knowing that blessing for you. Slowly bringing your awareness back to the space you're in. Keeping that feeling, inviting that feeling to come back with you, to stay with you, to be with you. Love is who you are. Peace is who you are. Divinity is who you are. If you feel to open your eyes, you can. If you feel to stay with your eyes closed and be in that energy longer, you can open your eyes and be in that energy. But sometimes the mental programming comes in and you feel a shift when you open your eyes. So that ideally, what we want to practice is feeling and embodying these energies while the eyes are closed or in an inward practice, but then to be able to translate them and bring them into your life so that you can embody peace in every moment. So you become a living, breathing meditative in a meditative state all the time. So my life is a meditation. Every breath is a meditation. Every moment, every encounter, everything I look upon, I choose to look through the eyes of reverence. And when I forget, I forgive myself and I shift back. And when I remember, I celebrate that. I wonder how many miracles we can celebrate today. There's lots of opportunities if you choose to see life as an opportunity, every moment as an opportunity, a gift waiting to be unwrapped, to be savored, to be appreciated, to be honored. You are here for a reason, and you don't need to know what that reason is. Your presence is the reason. Your heart is the reason. Don't go searching for a purpose. You are the purpose. You are the mission. You are here because you are meant to be here. Trust that, and all will be revealed. Everything you need in every moment will be revealed. Take some more deep breaths. If you feel inspired to share in the chat your experience, I would love to hear. Terry sharing, I'm feeling a profound sense of peace, a deep feeling of gratitude, even for myself. Beautiful. Love that. Daria, Fiery Heart. That's a good one. There's beautiful opportunities in every moment for each of you to choose peace. And I remember one of the words that came in meditation has to be about 10 years ago, because I can remember the place I was living at the time. And I kept hearing the words, I choose peace because I am peace. I choose peace because I am peace. This is who you are. We are peaceful beings. We are emotional beings, but we are peaceful beings. And we are shifting out of an ego identified and fear based programming as a human into being a divine human, embodying love and peace fully, emanating that, but also letting it fuel and be that love in action. Everything else has been part of our programming, and it's no longer meant to be. So it's dissolving, shifting, it's moving. And the more you can embody and choose that consciously, the more you'll feel the peace wash over you and within you and emanate from you. So Elizabeth sharing calm peace, beautiful. Marion, powerful peace experience. You're welcome. Ariane, thank you so much for this beautiful experience and blessing, feeling very peaceful, calm, and grateful. Wonderful. Melissa, palpable peace, almost like a loving substance infusion. Beautiful. That feels good. Wade, feeling a deep, loving peace. I think we accomplished the peace. It sounds like you guys felt it. Came through really strong. Andrea's just sharing, after my ego removal, this meditation was 1,000% more vivid, more felt, more understood. Oh, beautiful. And I was able to let go of wanting to understand everything in the moment. I felt every word you said, and I was able to shift seamlessly to it. I am peacefully ecstatic. Wonderful. I love that. Thank you, Andrea. For those of you, I do ego removal sessions now. I've done over 25 now, and I find that everybody who's had the experience is experiencing life through a very, very different lens. And if you feel drawn to it, if you feel curious about it, you can reach out for more information. But we've come to a point where the ego was very much a part of our consciousness for a long time. It was part of our personality. It was part of our consciousness. It was like an extension of us in some ways. And it was a teacher of fear, and it was an overprotective helicopter parent trying to keep us safe and protected. It was that voice of fear in us. That's how it's been for a long time. In the last year or so, the ego has evolved to separate its consciousness out from our human consciousness. So it's like having an entity in your energy field or an entity in your mind telling you what to do, what not to do. And it has more power over you because it's separate from you. So that's why and how we are able to actually remove it now. So I've been guided to develop a technique to support people in removing it. So if you feel drawn to feeling that that's meant for you, let me know. I haven't shared it much on my website yet, although in the intuition program, I've shared kind of how it works and what you can do to book it. But if anybody else is curious about it, there is a bit of a process and preparation. It's not just like, come and I'll remove your ego. There's work you need to do. It's a partnership and a collaboration where we work together to do that. All right, let me look at a few more comments here. Ina, my anger and frustration is just an energy wave wanting to be expressed is so powerful. Yes, it's such a good awareness and such an empowering way to look at that. And then seeing that that energy can then be released into the universe in a positive way, in a balanced way. Share feeling peace within, peace is within. Thank you. I know, I now understand the wobbliness of the recent energies. Yes. It is happening a lot right now. Beautiful. All right. I'm just going to take a moment here as we just rest your eyes closed and take a breath. And let's set an intention to be and embody and continue to be and embody peace. And in every moment today that you remember, you could ask, what would peace look like, feel like, be like in this moment? Setting an intention to be a peaceful presence, a presence of peace for yourself, but also for others. Every encounter, every conversation, every experience, every moment, every encounter with another person, but also every encounter with nature. Choose peace. I choose peace because I am peace. Your presence has an impact, and you choosing peace has an impact. You choosing love has an impact. It has an impact on your cells in your body. It has an impact on all the energies around you. It has an impact on ways that you can't even begin to measure or understand. I am deeply grateful for your presence. I am deeply grateful for your willingness to be here on this earth at this time. It is not easy, but it's worth it. Your presence here is having an impact, and I promise you the direction we're heading, where we're going, how we're getting there will be worth the ride. In the meantime, make peace with the adventure, make peace with the path, no matter how shaky it feels or how chaotic it looks. Please, please, please hold that peace in your heart, hold that peace in your field, and be that peace for all, for you and for all. And together, we will create a ripple and a wave and continue to have an impact that will be far reaching, immeasurable, and profound. Thank you all. I see you. I honor you. I appreciate you. I love you more than words. Until next time, love and blessings.